We're so excited. We're talking about our favorite superhero games.
Yes, definitely. Putting all my 13-year-old self's comic book knowledge to the test.
Putting the cape on, coming at you.
Welcome back to Infinite Grenade Launcher on Hollywood Redux. I am your host, Josie.
I'm Kyle. Wait, no. I'm
what?
Justin.
No, that's...
Well, where's Kyle? Oh, damn. You didn't... Oh, no. I don't know where Kyle... We don't know where Kyle is. We lost Kyle. Hopefully I think he's sailing the seven seas, is what he told me.
Something about an island and elves. I don't...
Yeah. Well, we hope you're good.
Okay, well.
We'll see you next time. We
Maybe.
hope. But today, Spider-Man on PS4 is coming out. Insomniac Games developed this beautiful, amazing, huge, giant Spider-Man game that is just coming out at the beginning of September. And I'm so excited because, Spider-Man games have been a huge part of my life for a long time. I've been playing PlayStation since I was 9 years old, probably, and there was a great Spider-Man game that came out starting then that really kind of changed the game, I would say. So in honor of that, we're talking about some of our other favorite superhero games.
Which is good, because I've not played any of the Spider-Man video games.
There were too many of them. There were so many of them, and there were ones that literally came on Super Nintendo and Genesis too. There was like Sinister Six.
Yeah,
there was
none of those.
Web of Carnage, I believe it was called. There was Carnage Maximum Rage or something like that. Point being, by the time they actually had a 3D wall scaling Spider-Man. That kind of changed the game, especially, Spider-Man 2 came out when the PS2 was very popular, and that was in conjunction with Spider-Man 2, the movie, that had the free web roaming mechanics around a really good version of New York City that has still kind of stood the test of time.
Okay, so that's appealing. I can understand that.
Now, Insomniac, that's what they have to live up to. That is a game that has gone down in history as one of the top, most fun superhero games. And Insomniac, who developed Ratchet and Clank, they developed... Sunset Overdrive, which is another one of my favorite games of the modern generation. They are in charge of this Spider-Man game. There's some Mary Jane segments. You do some Mary Jane Watson stealth stuff. Peter Parker's in there. Miles Morales has been in there from what we've seen. She does stealth stuff. That's what they told me. No, I'm kidding. I see the videos. And there's a ton of villains in it. It's very action heavy. There's new villains in it.
Okay, because I didn't read Spider-Man comics, but I read X-Men comics. Like, I have boxes and boxes and boxes of those. So those are the, superhero games that I played. I played, the X-Men arcade game.
Oh, yeah.
I played that a lot.
We were talking about that a couple weeks ago. 6 players at once. If you had 5 friends back... I didn't have 5 friends back then.
I would go to the arcade and make friends. That's a thing that you can do.
Easy for you to make friends. I'm just another clown at the arcade,
Yeah. Maybe. We're all mad.
But other X-Men games too.
I played it on Sega Genesis too.
Even some X-Men games, there was X-Men Wolverine Origins. That was actually a pretty sick game for PS2.
Seriously? That was a thing?
That was way better than the movie, I'll tell you that
I did not know that was a thing.
You were fighting through a base in Canada. Stryker was there. It was pretty
excellent.
Fun.
Okay.
Yeah. X-Men games, they could really capitalize on a sick X-Men game, I think, because the last one that came out was, it was developed by, they'll roll some footage of it. I'm forgetting the name, I'm forgetting the developer, because it was a huge missed opportunity.
Like a lot of X-Men things lately.
Oh, wow, ouch. Shot calling. Get
Sorry.
Bryan Singer out of there, right? Give him the boot.
Sorry.
The next easiest, I would think, to talk about is probably Batman, because Batman has classic games now from the modern generation, all the Arkham games, Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum. The first Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, I tried, because they have, the remastered ones or whatever now. I tried. Someone loaned that to me, and I can't get over the controls.
Listen,
the game looks beautiful, it's fun, but the controls...
Batman feels like Batman in that game. He's a little bit of he's kind of like a Cadillac. He feels like he feels like you're moving around a big boat sometimes.
That's very true. That's very
like
true.
a big Puma boat.
It's
big, because he's stealthy and he's on the prowl. But there was another great Batman game in 2004, Batman Vengeance. It was on PS4, GameCube.
Okay.
That was kind of almost like Batman the Animated Series, and it looked really good. Had that very cool art style. So it was pretty simple. It wasn't like it is now with Arkham or anything, any of the new Batman games that are super in depth and super crazy. But sometimes you need a little palate cleanser.
That's good.
Those are some of the first ones. I remember Batman and Robin on Genesis, renting that from Blockbuster.
Really?
That was the hardest game to ever possibly play for some reason. I don't know. I couldn't beat the first level. It was unforgiving.
I would get stuck on the first level of the just plain old Batman, based on the 1989 one. I had that for my Sega
really weird
Genesis.
in that game, and he's walking around.
Yeah, the animation's pretty shit and everything. It's horrible.
some would say the animation is shit. You know, I don't know. I would say
it was horrible. It was really bad. It was just, and it made the game almost unplayable. I think they just took like the skeleton of another game and just popped Batman on top of it, and it was just kind of
sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. I mean, especially in that late 80s era of like nobody knew what this game was over there in China. Bring it over here. We'll put a new thing on. I was thinking about this earlier. I was saying, you know, it's hard for us to kind of name superhero games because obviously they're all tied to like movies and releases and stuff that come out now, but isn't every video game character kind of a superhero if you think about it? In the sense of like coming back from life as a superhero is a
that would technically qualify you immediately.
You know, health regeneration. I mean, like Duke Nukem is basically Deadpool. You know, he's got a lot of guns.
Duke Nukem is basically Deadpool.
He has health regeneration. He's got witty one-liners.
Okay, the one-liners in
Cena,
that game.
So,
dude.
Maybe not. Big superhero battles, though, go down in one of my favorite games. I've heard you're a fan, too. Marvel vs. Capcom.
I love Marvel vs. Capcom. It's one of my all-time favorite games.
Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, War of the Gems, even. War of the Gems is pretty cool. But not 3. Mad about 3. We're not going to talk about 3. You know, that cel-shaded... They dropped the ball kind of. But Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was like the most comprehensive fighting. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because like those Capcom people had to kind of be superheroes to be able to combat. How are you gonna have Iron Man?
If you're gonna
and
go up
Dormammu,
against...
you know, fighting against.
Oh, that's true.
Fighting against Chris Redfield and you know
true.
and Ryu, but Ryu does Hadoukens, and that is a superhero power.
Yes.
If you think about it.
I absolutely love Marvel vs. Capcom. I actually set up my TV and my Xbox at my wedding with Marvel vs. Capcom. You can see photos of me in my wedding dress.
How come we haven't sent pictures of this to Microsoft to get you some free stuff?
Dude, I
feel
wish.
Like we should do that.
I want to join the PC Master Race.
You were there. Thank you. You have other Injustice, is what I was going to say, too. Because Injustice is modern superheroes. Yeah?
Yeah,
Thoughts?
Finally. I went over to a friend's house, and they had it set up on their PS4. I'd never played it before. I was really impressed, actually. Like, you can interact with the backgrounds, which are really cool, and there's lots of detail in the backgrounds.
It adds that little leg up. You could just, like, throw somebody into a car and be like, take that.
It was awesome.
Joker.
And, like, exactly. And all, like, the characters were very much... themselves, which was really
even
really
in that
cool.
gritty way, because you know I think when Injustice got first announced, even the first one, not even the second one, like people were saying, how are the Mortal Kombat developers going to do something like this? But it's pretty gritty.
It works though. It really works.
It feels tough.
Exactly. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
But Spider-Man coming out for PS4, I'm going to be locked up in my house playing it.
All right. So when does the Spider-Man game come out?
That game's going to be coming out September 7th. That was weird.
Okay, cool. So, sweet. So I'll have time to, like, check that out before Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, Mr. Negative
arrives.
there, the rest of the Sinister Six. Can't wait to see it. Gwen Stacy's there, even in people. Or not Black Cat, Mysterio, maybe. I don't think Mysterio actually was announced.
I don't know.
He's supposed to be in the next movie, though.
Huh?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. No, this is signed on the dotted line.
I'm hoping it's good. I mean, just because they're in there doesn't mean we're going to be happy about it when it happens.
I've always thought that would be cool, though, like a Mysterio, because he's like a special effects guy.
He's a great villain.
Kind of like those like Hollywood, you know. We're going to talk about this, guys. If you want to talk to us about Spider-Man, Instagram, Twitter. Oh my God, it's not down here anymore. Just Jed Deal.
It's in the description.
Jed Deal on Twitter. They used to put it here. They don't anymore.
I'm Josie the Fiend. It's right down there.
It's lower than that.
Yeah, no,
it's like down there.
I'm still accurate. It's in the description. It's down there somewhere.
Send her stuff, not nudes.
No.
All right, see you next time.